Hey guys, what it do? It's your boy Supremacy of the God. This is a different type of video today because yeah, I've been traveling a lot, so I haven't had as much time to like read stuff and like do topics. And I know I wanted to talk about Tower of God and stuff like that, but I feel like the video would be so powerful if I made it today. So I wanted to do something else. I wanted to talk about webtoons that I'm very excited about in 2021. And if you guys aren't reading any of these, you guys really need to be reading all of these, to be honest with you. So that's basically what I want to talk about. The most exciting thing for me in 2021 has to be hands down Tower of God. The hiatus is over. 7 months, 8 months, I don't know how long anymore. We've been, starved of such high tier webtoon. And I know I complain about it a lot, but that's just because that last season towards the end was just for me not doing great, and I think the author possibly felt the same way, and probably that's why he needed a break in the middle of it to rethink and reset and recalibrate and come back stronger, which I'm 100% confident in him doing. Just like every time he takes a break, he comes back with the sauciest stories and the sauciest progressions and the sauciest, just things that you want to see, like shit that narratively makes sense, even if it's unexpected, even if it's positive or negative, it works in the story narratively speaking. So I'm just super ultra excited for it, and I cannot wait until we just get more of it, and we finally, maybe we get to see Wang Nan. We get to see if Bam is going to actually save his master. We get to see what White is fully made of. We get to see what Caliban is fully made of. Will he survive this battle or not? And we also might get a better glimpse of Karaka, why he became the youngest Slayer. Because up until now, remember, he hasn't actually fought with his full powers because I think his actual body is never there. Because if you remember when he met am I tripping? Oh my days, I'm out here like Mazimo. Is it? Am I just being stupid? Mazzino. Yeah, I'm like, how? Why am I saying? Why does it not sound right in my head? Ulrich Mazzino, when he meets Ulrich Mazzino in the Hell Floor, you recall he explodes his body and he's gone. So there's something to do with his armor and something to do with his abilities, that he stores his heart somewhere else also on top of it. So it's really intriguing and interesting. So I'm excited to see just more of that. I'm not too excited about the whole dog thing, to be honest with you, and I just don't really care for them that much. Shout out to Doom though. Doom is still cool. Yama, I suppose, is alright too. I'm still, I want to finish the story and see what happens, and if they're going to, join, I suppose, Bam's faction, since he's essentially becoming, I think he's gonna eventually stay Fog and do something with them. I don't know. Maybe he might join Mazzino's crew. Maybe he might start his own thing. But I'm excited for it all, man. Especially, the main aspects of the story. Once this little, blimp finishes. So super excited for that to return. That's my biggest excitement for 2021 in Webtoon. My second biggest excitement, it just has to be Weak Hero, man. Weak Hero season 1 was fundamentally, positively phenomenal. It was just amazing. It was near perfect. To me, it was a 9 out of 10 for the type of genre it is, the type of space it fits into. You know what I'm saying? Is it Berserk? Is it Attack on Titan? Is it Akira? No, in terms of scope and stuff like that, but in terms of execution, characters, and quality, I think it's up there. I think a lot of people, including myself, sometimes place too much weight on grandiose stories, and I think Weak Hero manages to give a very grounded ish, very down to earth type of story, and yet it's so high tier in execution, in emotion, in every aspect of the way, that it's just, it does not too much fillers. There's a few little bit of fillers, but it's almost necessary to create more enticement and excitement for the moment. And once you get that moment, thus far it doesn't let you down. Ben Park versus Jake did not let me down at all. It exceeded my expectations. Even I did not think I'd feel that much for these two characters after the fight, even though he the outcome, despite the outcome, I still fell for both of them. I still loved both of them. It was just phenomenal, man. A phenomenal final arc to end season one. I gotta give the author a bravo, man. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely top tier writing, top tier work. I hope season two, does the same thing. Really, I don't have much to complain about. Maybe a few more regular chapters where we get to know these people. Like there's a few characters, like this is why it's not a 10. A few characters like the girl introduced way early that's supposed to be Gray's romantic interest. There's nothing really. We see her like every 50, 30 chapters, just kind of pop a face and then disappear, and we still don't know a lot of these characters, but I'm sure they'll flesh them out at some point. Maybe they just want to introduce them early, but there's a few minute things. Nothing is perfect in life, unfortunately, but it's so exciting. It's so exciting. The next most exciting thing for me is, man, Lookism, bro. I don't know how he did it, man. Lookism has a lot of ups and downs. It's like a roller coaster ride. Some of the arcs are like, "Brrr, come on, fam." You know what I'm saying? And then other arcs are like, oh my god. Like this Jake arc was top tier. One of the best arcs, period, in the whole Webtoon series. Like it's 200 and odd something chapters in, maybe 300 chapters in at this stage, and the fact that he's still pulling this off. I do hope the story concludes in the next 200 chapters, just because I feel like that's kind of what has let Lookism down for me. In terms of any flaws that it has mainly been a lot of this. Sometimes a lot of this, the bits just feel like filler, or are, too long. Like Ali Wong's. I loved Ali Wong's ending of his story with Eli, but a lot of Eli's story felt fillery. And I think if it was like 5-6 chapters shorter, perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like Jake's one is the perfect pace. Any quote unquote filler chapters, you actually gain new knowledge about these characters, and it's something, you gain something from it. It's not just filler for let's extend these chapters. So I'm super excited just for Jake and Samuel to meet outside of this flashback. Present day. I'm excited to see what happens to Gun. I'm excited just for everything that's happening. It's just, super exciting. The next thing I'm most excited about is Dr. Frost season 3. Actually, this actually supersedes. This is ahead of Lucas maybe, and ahead of a few of these, because Dr. Frost season 2 finished in 2017. Right? So it's been nearly 4 years, and now it has returned. Dr. Frost season 3 is here, which is ultra exciting. I have to reread the whole thing because I haven't read Dr. Frost since like 2017, 2016. So I forgot a lot of it. It's very The Mentalist type of thing. If you're into thriller, not necessarily action, but psychology. If you're into shows like Mindhunter, like The Mentalist and stuff like that, this is for you. Sherlock Holmes, it's those type of things with less action. Super interesting. I'm super excited to continue the story and see where everything ends for him, because I still want him to get with his assistant, baby. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's Dr. Frost. I don't want to say too much, because it's one thing I just go for. There's not too much to say because it's a very small, compact story. Formulaic, if you may. But it works. It works. It does the job, and it's just really good. Is basically about a student, an ex-student kind of thing, who basically deals with quote unquote mental patients and solves mysteries. It's really good. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. I've explained that extremely poorly, but Google that shit. Trust me. Then of course, solo leveling fans are gonna be super excited. I'm not the biggest fan of solo leveling fans. Love solo leveling fans. No, solo leveling myself. I'm not the biggest fan in the world, but I must say it's good. You know what I'm saying? For what it is, it's really good. It's very difficult to write a compelling story or narrative with essentially only one character, and then 100 and something chapters in, you start reeling in more people and start fleshing out a few more things. But you know, I know that the community of solo leveling is loving the current chapters, is loving the current arc, is loving everything about it. You know, meeting his dad, like about his dad, about all of that stuff. So you know, I know you guys are super excited for it, so I must recommend it. For action, if you love action, I must recommend it. You gotta check it out. If you love action stories, adventure stories, this might be your cup of tea. You know, if you like stuff like Gamer, but maybe you want a kind of improved version of Gamer a little bit, this shit is for you. You know what I'm saying? Then there's Noblesse, which has been shocking. The anime has been phenomenal, man. After the two duds of, you know, God of High School and you know, God of High School wasn't terrible, but the pacing was stupid, man. It was stupid. After like episode 2, the pacing was just, bruh, it was ridiculous, bro. It didn't even make sense. Obviously we know the problem with the Tower God anime, the animation, the bits they took out that made no sense. Some scenes that would have added 10 seconds extra to the scene, but give you so much information were just ignored. Which was just, I don't know who the director was. I think SIU pulled the plug on it and said, nah, we're not doing season 2, which I can't blame them. The studio wasn't amazing. I tried to give the animation as much benefit of the doubt as possible. It was trash, to be honest with you. But Noblesse, everything thus far seems phenomenal. I don't understand. Like, why did they release that last? That should have been the first thing released. You know what I'm saying? But super great. I had to, you know, I just got to give those webtoon updates. This is a webtoon only. I know there's a bunch of great stuff out, like Attack on Titan and stuff like that, but I'll make an anime one soon. I don't watch too many anime. I mainly read stuff, so it's hard for me to kind of make a list. But yeah, Noblesse, like the anime is great, man. Congratulations. Then there's Windbreaker. Super excited for Windbreaker. Just, it's pretty much flawless. I'm not gonna lie. Windbreaker is just so good, man. For drama, you know, if you into drama, like, that shit is for you. If you into something like Itaewon Town, like, I think it's better than Itaewon Town, but it's just phenomenal, man. It's about cycling, right? A lot of people are like, what the fuck, cycling? Bro, when you read this shit, you be gripped to see you want to go out there cycle. You feel it. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those, you don't have to know the sport, you don't have to be into the sport, because the sport is just a cog in a machine. You know what I'm saying? It's just a piece of the puzzle. It's not everything. You know what I mean? So it's just really fucking good. Definitely worth a read. If you've never read it, man, you just gotta read it. I think actually my probably it's in my top 3 favorite things to read right now. I'm not gonna lie, my top 3 favorite things to read right now includes Windbreaker. So I just gotta be excited by it. And then those Planetary Human, man. I just keep telling y'all, this is another one. If you're into thriller, if you do action, if you're into horror, if you're into psychological shit, like, it's such a weird, and I repeat it, weird webtoon, but fuck it, it's so goddamn good. The characters are spectacular. The story thus far has been spectacular. The you know, just figuring everything out, connecting the pieces, and just the fact that a person is a planet, can be a planet, and not everybody is that way. And the fact that it actually connects with another story, you know, within that verse, when they don't deal with they don't know, they're unaware. You know, it deals with, so okay, basically those two stories. There's the story of Planetary Human itself, which is, you know, it deals with the character, you know, one, your protagonist is a planetary human. He basically has other beings living within them, and they advance. As they advance, they can kill the person, the host, the planet, or they can also make it more powerful, more resilient, next level shit. But other people in that world are unaware of these things, you know, kind of like, you know, in a lot of movies where you have a lot of things happening, like in the behind the scenes, but people are unaware of it, like Constantine, etc., right? So it's the same type of situation. Nobody knows that these planetary humans exist. So you can actually read another story written by the author within the same world, where, you know, they don't know about planetary humans, but you run into some of these planetary human characters. If you read both stories, you're like, oh shit, that's a planetary human. But your character that you're reading through their eyes, they don't know shit. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful like that. So you gotta, you know, definitely one of my favorite things to read right now. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, but that's all I wanted to talk about. Just a quick update, just a quick, stuff that I'm excited about, stuff that you should be excited about. If you're not excited about it, man, check these shits out. Fire. It's been your boy Supreme Uchiha God. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will try to fix my update schedule as soon as possible. Just this show got me stressing. I gotta change my whole set because the requirements for the show was kind of crazy. I ain't never performed like without backing. Well, I have like without backing vocals, but so I gotta like relearn shit and change songs and. But anyways, been your boy Supreme Uchiha God. Let me stop complaining to y'all. I'ma love y'all and leave y'all. I'm out.
I got friends now. You ain't know, but I got friends.